Picture a land where sunrise spills gold across ancient stones, where desert winds whisper through fossil-mined cliffs, where salty seas hold you weightless as you float in a timeless moment. A country that contains thousands of years of human story and nature's stark extremes, where faith, myth, and modern life coexist side by side. Welcome to Israel, a mosaic of landscapes, cultures, and epics, packed into a single, astonishingly compact land. In the next minutes, we're going to journey through 10 of its most breathtaking places that capture the spirit of Israel in a way few destinations can. We'll wander from shimmering sea to silent desert, from hillside gardens to fortress peaks. And each stop will offer more than just scenery. It'll give us a glimpse into how history, nature, and human hope converge. So get comfortable, let your imagination travel, and let's begin our adventure. One. Jerusalem. The old city Jerusalem isn't a city you simply visit. You enter Jerusalem the way you enter a dream you already know somehow. The moment your feet hit the stone paths of the old city, you feel the weight of centuries pressing gently against your shoulders. The air carries the scent of spices, incense, fresh bread, old stone warmed by the sun, and something else, something emotional, something almost invisible but incredibly present. This is a city built on longing. The walls rise high, streaked with the memories of empires. The alleys twist, narrow, and stretch like veins of an ancient heart still beating. Here, 3 major religions trace their steps. Jews praying at the Western Wall, Muslims walking through the courtyards of the Temple Mount, Christians retracing the final path of Jesus along the Via Dolorosa. And yet, despite all the conflict, tension, and claims to holiness, Jerusalem has a strange calmness to it. A quiet undercurrent. A feeling that the city itself knows something nobody else does. Stand before the Western Wall and listen. Not for words, for the sound of hands touching stone. The sound of millions of hopes pressed against time. Inside the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, the air thickens with candle smoke and whispered devotion. On the rooftops, a single wind seems to move across domes, towers, and crosses as if reminding everyone that the city watches all who enter and all who leave. Jerusalem is more than holy. It's a mirror, showing you what you came looking for. Earth's lowest point, driving down from Jerusalem, the land suddenly drops. The air warms, and the terrain opens into one of the strangest and most mesmerizing places in the world. The Dead Sea. It sits 430 meters below sea level, the lowest point on Earth's surface, and nothing lives in its water. Nothing but salt and minerals. The first thing you notice is the stillness. No waves. No boats, no movement, just a sheet of shimmering blue stretching between desert mountains. The salt creates delicate white sculptures along the shoreline, little crystalline crowns that crunch softly under your feet. Then, the experience everyone comes for. You walk into the water, lean back, and suddenly realize your body has become weightless. It's not a trick, it's just science. But it feels like the planet itself is holding you up. The Dead Sea is more than beautiful. It's healing. People have come here for thousands of years seeking relief. From skin conditions, from pain, and maybe even from life itself. As the sun sets, the Jordanian mountains glow orange and gold across the water. The sky turns purple and the desert cools. It's quiet, almost sacred. The Dead Sea isn't alive, but it makes you feel incredibly human. Not far from the Dead Sea, a massive plateau rises from the desert floor like an island of stone. Masada. The path up is steep and winding, especially the ancient snake path carved into the mountainside. But the hard climb is part of Masada's story. It makes you appreciate the people who once fought and died here. When you reach the top, a vast world opens before you. Ruins of palaces, storerooms, towers, and walls, all baked golden by the sun. Herod the Great built a fortress here. But the most famous chapter belongs to the Jewish rebels who held out against the Roman Empire. Surrounded, outnumbered, no escape. In the end, they chose death over slavery. It's one of the most intense and debated stories in Jewish history. But when you stand here, with the desert wind brushing your face, you feel the gravity of what happened without needing a guide. From the edge, the Dead Sea glitters below, and the mountains stretch endlessly across the horizon. Sunrise from Masada is one of the most moving sights in Israel. The world slowly waking up, the desert glowing red, the ancient stones warming with light. Masada isn't just a ruin. It's a reminder of resilience, courage, and the cost of freedom. Calm water, deep history. Leave the desert behind and head north, and the landscape softens. Green hills appear. Small villages dot the countryside. Olive trees sway gently in the breeze. And then you see it, the Sea of Galilee. A peaceful lake, quiet and reflective, yet carrying centuries of spiritual weight. This is where Jesus walked on water, preached to crowds, and calmed storms. Even if you're not religious, there's something very calming about the place. The air feels lighter. The silence feels deeper. The sun rises over the lake slowly, turning the water pink. Fishermen drift quietly across the surface. The mountains around the lake glow softly, as if waking in slow motion. Along the shoreline, little churches and archaeological sites appear, each connected to stories known around the world. But beyond the religious significance, the Sea of Galilee is simply beautiful. A place where time slows, where nature softens your thoughts, and where the world feels just a little more peaceful than usual. Haifa is a modern port city with a relaxed vibe. But one site dominates everything else. The Bahá'í Gardens. Terraces spill down the slope of Mount Carmel in perfectly measured symmetry. 19 levels of sculpted greenery, fountains, stone paths, and bright blooms. And at the center, glowing in the sun, stands the golden domed shrine of the Bab. The view from the top terrace is one of the best in Israel. the Mediterranean stretching out endlessly, the curve of Haifa Bay, ships drifting silently across calm water. Walking through the gardens feels like moving through a living painting. Everything perfectly arranged, yet peaceful. The Bahá'í faith emphasizes unity, harmony, and the beauty of creation, and the gardens embody that message more clearly than any words. Tourists whisper here, not because they're told to, but because the quiet feels natural, balanced, restful. This is one of the most visually stunning spots in the country. Deep in the Negev desert sits something that looks too strange to be real. A giant natural crater stretching nearly 40 kilometers long. But it wasn't formed by a meteor. It wasn't made by a volcano. It's something even rarer. The Ramon Crater is a maktesh, a landform found almost nowhere else on Earth. Over millions of years, layers of rock collapsed and eroded in a way that created a huge natural bowl filled with ancient colors and shapes. Standing at the edge of the crater feels like staring into another planet. The landscape shifts from red to yellow to deep black, depending on the minerals in the rock. Some stones here are older than the dinosaurs, and the silence is unreal. A stillness so complete you can hear your own heartbeat. You can hike along ridges that stretch toward the horizon, visit rock formations shaped by time alone, or watch the night sky explode with stars. Astronauts have even trained here because the terrain resembles Mars. The Ramon Crater is wild, empty, and strangely beautiful. A reminder that nature doesn't need forests or oceans to be breathtaking. Sometimes pure silence is just as powerful. Heading south now into the wild red rock landscapes of the Negev, and specifically the Timna Valley. This place is raw geology, ancient mining, rock arches and desert heat. According to travel guides, Timna is a natural wonder, nature's playground, with sandstone formations and ancient copper mines. Let's place the viewer in a jeep winding between crimson walls, the sun low, the wind warm and dry. Pause at the mushroom rock outcrop, then at the remains of early copper extraction furnaces from 5th millennium BCE. The sense of human time here is long, because it's not just pretty, it's primal. You can feel the forces of erosion, time, human effort. It's both natural sculpture and archaic industry. Use drone or high vantage for sweeping views of the valley. Capture macro detail of textures, rock grain, mining remnants, colors in the cliffs. For our final wonder stop, we shift to modern life, the city of Tel Aviv. While many of the other places lean toward ancient or natural, Tel Aviv shows Israel as a living, breathing modern nation. Vibrant, dynamic, urban. Travel guides talk about its beaches, architecture, especially the White City Bauhaus Quarter. Culture. Show the beach at dawn, joggers and surfers. Then the narrow lanes of the old port, Namal. Then the nightlife, lights, street cafes. Emphasize how the past you've just seen flows into the present. Because after all the temples, deserts, gardens, ruins, you land back in modern humanity. Daily life, innovation, culture. It ties the journey together. Past, nature, present. Israel isn't a big country, but it carries the weight of entire civilizations. Every corner has a story. Every stone has been touched by empires, prophets, kings, and ordinary people who shaped history in their own quiet ways. From salt deserts that shimmer like mirrors, to ancient fortresses carved into mountaintops, to cities where crusaders walked beneath the earth, to calm lakes that still carry the whispers of miracles. Israel is a place where the past and present live side by side. If you ever visit, don't rush it. Let the landscape slow you down. Let the old streets guide you. Let the silence of the desert speak a little louder. Places like this aren't just meant to be seen. They meant to be felt. And if this journey inspired you, there are many more wonders waiting in the world. So stick around, subscribe, and join me for the next adventure. Until then, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep your sense of wonder alive.